You're listening to Blossom 97.13 MDR, coming live at you at Survival Day, Borthwick Park in Belgrave. And right now I'm talking to one of the fellows who is also here. This is a very community-minded day, and one of the new community projects that are going on at the moment or coming to life come February or March is Yarra Ranges Life. I'm going to ask Patrick a few questions or get him to introduce himself. It's probably the best thing. Patrick, over to you.
Good on you, Blossom. Thank you very much. Look, yes, my name is P.Boucher. I am the executive producer of an exciting new YouTube channel coming to the Yarra Ranges probably about a month or so, toward the end of February, early March. It's called Yarra Ranges Life TV, and we'll be focusing on lots of local community stories, sharing the warm, fuzzy stories, the quiet achievers, the local heroes, and the most exciting part of our weekly webisodes will be us focusing on the local news, sport and weather. So we'll be producing what's called our weekly wrap episode, sharing the local headlines affecting life in the Yarra Ranges.
That sounds fantastic. It's almost like having your own TV channel, but it's not. It's YouTube. So it's for the whole community can access this.
Absolutely, yeah. All you have to do is basically Google Yarra Ranges Life TV. You'll find our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel, and we've already got 20 clips up on the YouTube channel at the moment. We've almost reached 4,000 views before our launch, which we're pretty excited about. And I must say, all of this so far has been volunteer work. We've put almost 6 months into the build-up to this, and the more people we interview, the more people we speak to, there's a lot of excitement building about the launch of our Yarra Ranges Life TV YouTube channel. And I've got to say, this wouldn't be happening, especially our pilot episodes wouldn't be happening without some sponsorship. And I do have to plug our first pilot partner that's come on board. So a big thanks to M.Hatten, the professionals. So for all your real estate needs, be sure to contact them. You'll find them all the way throughout the Yarra Ranges. And so big thanks to those guys for coming on board and supporting us. And stay tuned to also find out who our other pilot sponsors will be coming up shortly too.
Just to reiterate that, because I missed it, I'm not sure if anyone out there did, but what was the name of that real estate agent that's sponsoring you again?
Look, our sponsors are M.Hatten, the professionals. I'm sure you may have seen their signs up and about. You can find their offices in Croydon, Mooralbark, Lilydale, as well as Mount Evelyn, and also, I believe, Yarra Junction and Marysville. So if you're buying, selling or renting real estate, that's your best port of call.
And if I was out and about, and say I was in Belgrave here at Survival Day, and I took some film and I thought, oh, this is worthy of you guys putting on YouTube, how would I go about getting it on your station or your YouTube channel?
Fantastic. Look, if anyone does have any exciting stories that they think are worthy to be shared with the greater community, especially the warm, fuzzy stories, we like to share the love, as we say. Look, your listeners can email us at yrlife.tv@gmail, or again, just Google us and you can find our website or our YouTube channel or even our Facebook page. You can always shout out and reach us there as well.
All right, and how many people so far are working together on this project?
Yeah, we've got a pretty tight-knit team at the moment. We're trying to keep our overheads really low. So I've got one production crew member plus myself and also a researcher in the background as well. So there's only 3 of us. But we also have my son, who's a 10-year-old, who's going to work with Yarra Ranges Life TV Kids, which is an exciting segment that we'll be promoting as well. So it's for all ages of the Yarra Ranges.
This is quite exciting, because being a community radio station, we do similar things. Of course, it's only auditory, and it's a colossal job having a radio station and coordinating all the programs and the different types of content that is going to happen within the region. And you're doing the whole of the Yarra Ranges licensing area, or the Shire of Yarra Ranges?
That's correct. We decided to focus on, I suppose, the area that we know and love the best. I mean, I've lived in the Yarra Ranges for over 35 years myself, and I'm still discovering new things about our backyard every day. And there is so much to share, whether it's the what's on, the weekly events, but certainly promoting local community groups and organisations. One of my fears, I suppose, with the local community groups and organisations, it's always the same stalwarts that are, you're working in these groups, and these people aren't getting any younger, unfortunately. And they themselves, these organisations, whether it's Rotary or the RSL or whoever, they need to plug into some fresh blood, so to speak. And we're going to help promote the volunteers out there in those community groups and try to encourage people to get engaged and get involved at a community level, because it's so rewarding.
So how do you envision your YouTube channel to run? Is it going to be, is it open to as many stories that come in? It could go a whole week's worth, or is there a time limit? Like, how's this work?
Well, we try to keep our interviews and our stories sort of between 5 to 10 minutes. We can't have, we could have a half-hour episode, but who's going to sit there and watch half an hour when you can just click onto something else? So we try to keep it, short, sharp, relevant stories, and we produce different playlists on YouTube. So one of our playlists is our local stories playlist, where we feature the quiet achievers and the local heroes. Another playlist is our Meet the Councillor playlist, which is a really good one. We're interviewing all the local councillors because, of course, the recent council elections. Who are these people? What do they think about the council? Why did they get involved? What challenges do they perceive to face over the next coming few years? So we've already spoken to Fiona McAllister and Len Cox. We've got Tim Heenan teed up on Saturday. Just spoke to Mike Clark, and we've got him teed up in the future as well. So we're getting through all the councils as well, which I think that's a fascinating insight to the people at the coalface that are involved in the decision making in the council. So that's another playlist that we'll be featuring. We're hoping to create an Indigenous awareness playlist as well. Hence, of course, we're here at the Survival Day celebrations, the 10th anniversary, of course, which is fantastic. And there'll be a variety of other playlists as well.
Hopefully there'll be a music or gig guide.
Well, this is the thing. We've been talking to our friends at the Mount Dandenong pub and the hotel up there, who have been managing and running Victoria's longest running open mic night for over 25 years now.
Don't we all know about that one? I've been a part of that in the past.
I think we all have at some stage. So we're going to try something exciting, which we're going to try some live broadcasts from their open mic night, and that'll be starting when we launch and go live. So be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on YouTube to find out when the actual launch date is going to be announced, because we haven't announced it as yet, because we're still locking in a couple of sponsors and making those community connections. But we are coming, and as I said, be sure to check out the content that's there already. Some great stories there already.
Thank you so much, Patrick. This is a really exciting concept to be happening within the Yarra Ranges. It's an amalgamation of lots of different things that I think people are trying to do. We've got lots of festivals, we've got lots of initiatives, short films, we've got music, we've got arts, and they can all go to one spot and advertise through allow people to know what's going on who are in this area. And I presume anybody can tap into YouTube and find out what's going on in the hills and surrounding areas. You've got all the winery regions as well. You're going to go out that far?
Oh, we live in the best part of the world, if you ask me. And as I said, there's so many events, so many stories. There's so much history to be shared. And this is a great way to... Basically, what we're doing is we're producing a time capsule online that will be there in 10, 20, 30, 40 years time, hopefully as long as the internet is up and about, and we can't see that going away too quick. So
I'm envisioning you being completely and utterly inundated with stories, and I hope you've got a few editors on hand.
There's so many stories. This is the thing. Like, where do we stop? Where do we begin? I mean, that's been our biggest challenge. So by all means, if you do have story ideas out there, feel free to contact us via our Facebook page or via our email, yrlife.tv@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you, and even if you want to get involved, if you want to be involved from an editing point of view or a research point of view, there's always something coming up, and I've got a feeling we're going to get very busy very quick.
You are. I'm just going to reiterate some of those channels where you can contact Patrick and the crew at Yarra Ranges Life. And the obvious one is the email yrlife.tv@gmail.com, and the other one is www.yrlife.tv is for their website. And then there's Facebook, of course, and the Facebook page is capitals YR and then life.tv. And I presume if you put in YR Life, it'll come up on Facebook anyway. Thank you so much, Patrick, you're the executive producer, and you've got one hell of a project on your hands here, and congratulations on the concept, on the idea, and bringing it to the fore.
Thanks so much, Blossom. Thanks very much for talking to us here on 3MDR.
Not a problem.